The girl kept a cat in her rented apartment. The next day, she received a threatening letter. At first, she thought it was just someone's prank. She didn't take it seriously. That night, strange noises came from the kitchen. She tried to turn on the lamp to check, but it wouldn't light up. She had no choice but to walk toward the kitchen in the dark. On top of the oven, she found a warning note left by the landlord. When she pulled open the oven door, she froze in horror. The kitten was already dead inside. Just then, a shadow flickered behind her. She looked around warily. Suddenly, a hand covered her mouth. After tying the girl to the chair, the man in black switched on the power. She never expected the attacker to be her own neighbor. As the neighbor opened his backpack, the girl screamed for help. He pulled out a syringe filled with an unknown drug. In a desperate attempt to save herself, she tipped the chair over. The chair broke under the impact. The neighbor drew a stun baton from his bag and approached her. She kicked him hard, knocking him to the ground. She ran into the hallway and cried out for help. Residents came out after hearing the noise. Instead of helping her, they grabbed her. It was then she realized the entire apartment building was in on it. She was dragged into a strange room. The landlord walked in. To make her a part of the apartment, he decided to train her. He forced her to press her hands against the wall and stick out her hips. A man beside her ordered that as long as the red light on the wall stayed on, she had to remain in that position. They monitored her through cameras in the room. Her strength quickly gave out. When she failed their demand, the landlord entered. He gave her two choices: endure or die now. Threatened by both landlord and neighbor, she forced herself to stand again. Seeing her frail body, the neighbor hesitated. He seemed to pity her, but then he placed a nail against the back of her hand and drove it in with a hammer. Her hand was pinned to the wall instantly. She pleaded silently with her eyes, but no one responded. She raised her other hand to the wall. That hand was nailed down too. The landlord walked over and warned her never to think about escape. He called in Jack. Jack had once resisted the rules of the apartment as well. The first time he defied them, the landlord made him deaf. The second time, he lost an eye. The girl trembled with fear. The landlord and neighbor left the room, leaving her alone nailed to the wall, too terrified to resist again. Time dragged on. When she was about to collapse, the red light finally went out. She sank helplessly into the corner. When the red light came on again, the girl lay face down again. Seeing her submission, the landlord embraced her with satisfaction. He summoned several people to treat her wounds. The residents cared for each other as though they were family. To the girl's surprise, these strangers lived together like close kin. She seemed to understand the landlord's intent. If not for the twisted rules, this place would have been the perfect apartment. In the end, she blended into the apartment's family. But then something unexpected happened. A man heated a seal with a lighter, then ordered the girl to kneel.